Peace and love, peace and love. Sister Nzinga here from Flowing and Growing with Sister Nzinga. We're on our YouTube channel. We are working on emancipating ourselves from mental slavery. And we have coined the phrase, think. It ain't illegal yet. And when we say think, we want you to really think. And we think that with the acronym THINK, think, it means to take hold of and implement new knowledge. Take hold of and implement new knowledge. That means what you want is that you have to start thinking differently, doing things differently. There has to be a change. We cannot continue to know things and to continue to participate in things that we know that are not correct. I mean, it's going to be hard because it's a process. It took us a while to get into the situation, but we've got to start doing things according to someone else's idea and start doing things on our own. So first, let me just step back and say, let me thank you for all those that are listening, those that share, those that care, those that are commenting. Please continue to comment. I really like to have the feedback with the comment. And my subscribers, thank you so much. You know, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. I know that people are listening, even though sometimes they're not commenting as much as they're listening. But I see that people are coming here and they are paying attention. So give thanks. This is just my responsibility to share. You know, each one teach one. So we've been taking a different subject each week and talking about it to break down this thing. Like, where do we start? Like, what do we do in reference to us being able to make this change to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery? So today we're going to talk about clearly seeing the illusion. You know, we are definitely in an illusion, meaning that the things that we see are not real, and meaning that we participate in this unreal situation because we do things to ourselves. We create eyebrows that are not our own eyebrows. We wear colors in our eyes on a lens that's not really our lens. A lot of people are going on these different apps and stuff and are putting filters on their face, so you really don't know what they look like. Or some people put a name down there. It's really not that person. You know, we're just doing so many things to adjust ourselves to what the society thinks that we should be or look like. But that's not true. God created us. Ain't no mistakes. You know, you see how light-skinned I am. It took me a while to be able to accept myself being this little light-skinned thing. And but I love it. You know, I have this hair. This is my natural hair. I've never dyed my hair in my life. And it's changed so many colors. Because when I was younger, it was a lot redder. I guess more redder. Now it's more browny. And now, you see plenty of gray. That's the wisdom, y'all. That's the wisdom. So things are just in an illusion. And what we see may not be the reality of what things are. So let's talk about the reality of just the society that we live in. You grow up in a society where they teach you what they want you to learn in the schools, and then we do know by now that the stuff that they're learning us, that they're teaching us, they're indoctrinating us with, it's not the truth. It's what they want us to know. It's not the truth. So that's fake right there. What we learned in school during those 12 years is not the truth. It is what they want us to know. And so we have to participate our own uplifting and our own evolution to be able to teach ourselves the truth and live by the truth and not be afraid to live by the truth. You know, because we have holidays that really have nothing to do with us. You have to just stop celebrating those damn holidays because it's an illusion. It's part of the illusion. And the worst part about it is that we participate in those things and we spend our money towards those ideas. The history that we are taught, that's not the true history. We have participated in so many things that, but they don't talk about what the things we participated in. They don't tell us, you know, how we have struggled, you know, and they, you know, a lot of people say, you know, black people ain't doing this, black people ain't doing that. But that's really not true because there has been so many of us that have uplifted and way back in the what years was that? Or the 1800s when Haiti rebelled against them and won. And that's the reason why Haiti is being so mistreated right now, because Haiti beat America's ass long time ago. You know, but that's not in the books telling us about how that happened. That's not in the book. We don't learn that at school. You know, we were in World War I and World War II. We were so our soldiers. We put up our lives for them. Remember the Tuskegee Airmen? Our brothers was the one who flew airplanes. You know, in all these wars and stuff like that. And look what they did to us. They can put some syphilis they put syphilis on the damn blankets that they gave us. So I'm just saying that it's been over years and years and years. Well, first of all, when they tell us that we're not together and we don't fight and we don't try to make change and we're not fed up with this stuff they're in, that's not true. Look at all the things back in the Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then when you learn about the Tulsa, Oklahoma things, that's the first one that comes to my mind. But there's 2 or 3 other places in America where we were striving, where we had our own communities, we had our own stores, our doctors, our banks, and everything. So you can't say that we haven't tried to do this. We've been fighting against this system for a long, long time, but they don't talk about that. This is stuff you have to research and find out yourself and see your people are greater than they say that we are. They portray us as just being, you know, we black, we lazy, we drug addicts, we broke, you know, we robbers, with all the kind of stuff that they say that we are. That's not who we are. And that's definitely not where we came from. And we're not slaves, we were enslaved. So prior to all this, we were a very strong and thriving people. And if it hadn't been us and our genius and our wisdom, the Greeks would know what they know. The Jews would know what they know. The Europeans and the French and the Spanish, they would know what they know because they got all that stuff from us. Like they continue to tell us this story about the slave trade and how we came over here. But you have to do some research, and I'm still researching it myself. But I think I feel confident enough to say that I know for sure that all of us did not come to America and to these places over the dam from the slave trade. We were already there. Study the history. We were already there. So that's a whole nother conversation, another video. But you have to find out these truths and stop living in the illusion. Because now they've taught us that, when, you go to, according to the Constitution, everybody's supposed to be created equal. Well, first of all, for sure that shit ain't true. Because they're not treating people equally. And if you think that they are, I don't know what rock you under. They're not treating people equally. And then that you go to the doctor's supposed to cure you. The doctor's, loves you and, that's his job. His responsibility is to cure you. Well, don't you know by now that shit ain't true either? That doctor's not trying to cure you. That doctor just want to give you something to relieve this immediate situation that you're in. It doesn't take it away. It just puts a bandage on it. It just heals you momentarily. But that shit is still there, and you have to end up going back. And that's what the doctors want you to do. Keep going back and back at them because, y'all, it's business. But we were taught that, you go to the doctor's going to make you feel better. Yeah, you may feel better, but you're going to come back again and again and again because he's going to give you those pharmaceuticals. And then, you, in addition to whatever you had with you, whatever you had wrong with you, if you keep taking the pharmaceuticals, you're going to have something else wrong with you. And that's how they continue to make money and go on and on. So we already know that the doctors ain't for us and the teachers. I mean, back in the day when I was growing up and I learned about teachers and what their responsibility was, we had teachers. Our teachers was from our neighborhood. Our teachers cared about us. Our parents gave the permission. I gave our teachers permission to discipline us. Nowadays, that ain't what teachers ain't doing. Teachers ain't doing that, with the exception of a few. I mean, because I'm talking in general, but overall, there's always some good in something. Just like the police. The police supposed to protect all and all and all. Yeah, of course there's some good police out there, but the majority of the police, black and white, they're doing some crooked shit. How many police? Look on. You can go on YouTube and look up. There's a video showing you the 10 worst situations where a police was locked up. The police ain't even good no more. The police don't protect. Police don't give a damn about stuff. But police is involved in some of us, our people being killed. They the ones doing some of the killing of us. They the ones that, the little young boys are out there selling drugs. They pick and choose who they want to be out there. And they collect their money and they collect the money from them people for them to shut up. How much corruption do you see? And you need to understand, when you see that shit on TV, stop thinking this is just a movie. Because that corruption that you see on the on these TV shows, that shit is real. So it's all an illusion. Teachers are not teaching the way they used to. Doctors are not healing. Doctors never did heal. Well, back in the day, when the witch doctors, when they wasn't using all these pharmaceuticals, they were doing healing. They would give you herbs and things to heal you. to take care of what was ailing you. But we know banks are not being fair lenders, equal opportunity lenders. They're not. So why do we keep saying that? Why do we keep thinking that they are? Food is not even real anymore. That's a damn illusion. How much food has bioengineered chemicals in it, or products? How much food? How much of the food is raised with chemicals so it can get fatter faster, give you more meat, and give you whatever, whatever the vegetables can grow faster and stuff. That shit ain't real. So we are in an illusion, and everything that the Constitution says is supposed to be right, that's not right. All the way back to the fact that it's what they so-called freed us and said that we were supposed to be getting 40 acres and a mule. We ain't got that, and now we're trying to get reparations, and we sit there and see them in our face, give Chinese people reparations. They did something for trans. They're doing this stuff for trans people, and they ain't did nothing for us yet. They gave the Jews the Holocaust thing. They gave them reparations. But you see, they have. I said this in my last video, and I'm gonna say it again. There are some people that's in Congress and whatever the people is in that White House, that stuff. Like, I don't be involved in that bullshit, but some of them are making laws that if you discuss, I ain't saying giving up no money, no nothing. If you discuss the possibility of black people, African people getting reparations, then they're going to penalize you. They're penalizing the states. Until the states, and we ain't going to give you no money to leave you, or what this, whatever the stuff that mess is. Even if you just discussing it. Can you believe that? So the illusion is real, y'all. The illusion is real. And we have to talk about the more of the positive things about when it comes to us. Because we have never fought. We've been fighting for a long time. And the thing about it too, sometimes way back then when they wouldn't let us eat at certain places. And now, okay, they say you can eat certain places, but there's still certain places that you ain't eat, and they make it based on the price and location and how you're going to be treated when you get there, that you don't even want to go to certain places. So they're still doing the same thing. So they're making you think that they're doing something for us. But now, okay, what? You don't have to walk around with a pass. But how many times they stop you? The police stop you, whether you're walking, talking, driving or whatever else. But it's that thing. Let me see your license. Let me see your ID. Do you own this car? Do you do? It's still the same old shit. This is an illusion. We ain't free. They ain't doing nothing for us. But we still want to go to them and ask the legislators, the Congress people, and the rest of them to do something. Why? Forget that shit. Let's do something for our own selves. Start our own shit. Come together with somebody. Get 5 or 10 people. At least do one thing. Let's do one thing collectively so it can be productive. And then it'll carry on. It'll catch on for more and more and more people. But we got to stop thinking that we need to go to them for some shit because they ain't giving us shit. They're going to say, well, okay, we did this. What's something I'm trying to think of some of the latest thing that they didn't did that's supposed to be good for us. You see our schools. Now, anybody that lives in this world, you go to a black school and you go to a white school and you see the damn difference. There's no equalness. It's supposed to be equal. It's not. We've been here for over 600 years. It's not. So that shit says it on paper. But they're not doing it. So stop counting on them. Stop expecting them to do this. Do something for your own black self. Some of these retired teachers need to just come together and just say, open up a school, or we'll do it. That education from those old good teachers that care. If they only went to school 3 days a week, would be better than the brainwashing that they're getting going 5 days a week. And parents need to be involved in what's going on. And then they got all this strange shit going on about what they're teaching to our children. And then the strange shit about it's best, usually if you're at a park somewhere, you can tell your child, once they reach a certain age, okay, you say, Mama, Dad, I'm going to the bathroom. And you can feel comfortable saying, okay, my child's going to the bathroom. Because they're old enough to go, you don't got to wipe them and all that kind of stuff. But nowadays, you can't do that with your child because the fucking world is so sick. There's this incident that certain bathrooms and parks and stuff like that. So yeah, you let your child go to the bathroom, but when you go there, there's a person in there waiting to rob your child, rape your child, or do whatever. So you sitting there waiting for your child to come out. Your child never come out. Then you go in there and your child has had this experience or this trauma imposed upon them because of somebody crazy is in the bathroom, and you just think it's okay to send your child to the bathroom. You make sure that you take your child. I don't care how old the child is, even if especially little teenage girls or teenage boys. Take your child to the bathroom, check and make sure ain't nobody in it, and then let them go in there. But you can't just say, let your kids go, I'm going to the bathroom. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. But we're living in a crazy times, and we have got to start living the truth that we know. Stop participating in the shit just because you've been participating in it for how many years, but you know it's not good. And it's a lie, or it's not good, and it has no intentions. And the bottom line is that you putting your money towards somebody else's idea, and other people's making money off these ideas. So stop living in the illusion. If you know something, then that's what you need to live according to. And don't be ashamed. Just don't think that you know that that's just that certain shit ain't good. Certain things that we should be doing. Certain things we should be participating in. But we just participate in because that's the way, because you know in America that's what they do. It ain't just America, because I've been to other countries and they celebrating Easter and Christmas and all that kind of stuff. Why these cultures don't even live like according to those ways, and they have their own culture, but they sidebar their own culture to go participate in someone else's culture. And of course, what you're doing, you're spending your money. So it's all an illusion. Come out of the illusion. We can't see the forest for the trees. Cut some of them damn trees down. Not literally, because I'm not for cutting down trees. But cut them trees down that's blocking your view of your reality. And get out of the illusion. There's so much to be talked about. But I'm just trying to give little pieces of some things of where you could start to participate in freeing up yourselves. Freeing up yourselves. That's the only way that we're going to get out of it. As long as we continue to say, oh, yeah, that's what everybody do. And you just go along and do what everybody else do. You don't have to. You're free. You're free. It's okay to look different, feel different. Everybody ain't supposed to look the same. Everybody's eyebrows, they do the eyebrows. Everybody paint on these eyebrows, so everybody's eyebrows supposed to look the same. You're an individual. God created you. Your eyebrows supposed to look the way your eyebrows look. Some people don't have a little bit of eyebrows. Some people got the little eyebrows that come over, what you call the unibrow, where you just only have, you have this one eyebrow goes all the way across. Okay, that's okay. That's the way you was born. That's the way God created you. That makes you unique. We are unique. Our own fingerprints are all different. You're unique. We are one. It's only one of me. It's only one of you. And it's okay to do that. And that means that you're going to be different from the next person. Even if your mom and dad and your sister and brother, you're going to be different. And it's okay to have that difference and to be proud of that difference. In my family, we got from skinny to thin, light to dark. But we all the same family. All got the same moms and dads. So that's how we are. Celebrate your uniqueness. And embrace your uniqueness of doing something different from everybody else. Get out of the illusion. All right? So, I'm here to share. I don't know it all, but I'm trying to share what I do know. All right. Peace and love to you all. God loves you and so do I. So, get out of the illusion. If you know certain things, then use those things to live by. We create our own heaven and hell right here on earth. And you're in hell if you are having someone else to make all your decisions for you about your life, about what you're going to spend your money on that you work for, about how you should look, where you should be. Be free. All right? Be free. Celebrate that. Give thanks. Peace and love.